One. First of all, can you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. My name is Mr. Willard, and I'm the head of the Niles Bolton Middle School at Raven Gap Nikuchi School.
What are the 3 words for this year?
So the 3 words for this year are going to be positivity, resilience, and respect.
How did you come up with the 3 words?
Well, interestingly, I didn't actually come up with the 3 words. I asked our wonderful faculty to consider the question, what is it going to take for our students to be successful this year? What are the attributes that are the most important for our students? And we put up a whole bunch of words on a dry erase board. And then we thought about it for a little while, and we came back and we put the words that were the most common up, and then the teachers voted which ones they thought they were the most important. And there was actually a tie between some of the attributes and characteristics. And I ended up being the tiebreaker on one of them. But it was definitely a collective effort between the whole staff to be able to determine what is it really going to be important for our students to demonstrate and characteristics to have to be successful.
Do you have any special plans for the 3 words this year?
Other than the words being present throughout the year, they're present in the morning when we greet students. I know teachers are using them in their lessons as they come up. There may be some other ways that we incorporate them into the space, but I think my special plan for the words is to keep them present throughout the year.
How can students demonstrate these words?
That's a really good question, and I think that there's a myriad of ways. There's so many different ways that students can demonstrate these words. I think that some of the more important ways for students to demonstrate the words are through action. So when we think about responsibility is really knowing the right thing to do and doing the right thing, and especially doing the right thing when nobody's around to notice. I think that that's really important. When we talk about respect and responsibility, to me, go hand in hand, right? In order to respect a space that you're in, you have to take responsibility for that space. Also, respect is how you interact with people. Respect is being mindful of every word that comes out of your mouth and taking ownership for it, because once you breathe life into those words, you're responsible for them. So we want to make sure that we're building up our community, and I think that's really important. We have challenges, right? We just got an email from our head of school saying that we're going to need to wear masks for a little while. That's frustrating. What we can demonstrate, though, is resiliency. Chaplain Mary and Mr. Miles today in chapel talked about resiliency and that ability to have something that's really hard, that really hurts you, that's really difficult, but use that to make yourself stronger. Middle school is a time of challenges. There's a lot of things that come at middle schoolers, and it's a wonderful opportunity for middle schoolers to be able to develop that ability to use challenge to build strength. And then positivity, just be happy, have a smile, say nice things to other people. Believe it or not, sometimes your teachers don't always wake up on the right side of the bed, but they all find a way to have a smile, to greet you guys, and happiness for you guys. So with the positivity, even if you're not feeling positive, just make yourself do something positive, and before you know it, you're going to be in that space of positivity.
Do you use these 3 words on a daily basis?
I absolutely use these 3 words on a daily basis. Not only when I talk with students, but also I kind of have conversations in my head with myself sometimes, and I got to remind myself, be positive, make sure you're doing that. Be respectful, make sure you're honoring all of the students and who they are, and make sure that for myself, when I make mistakes, I'm able to bounce back from them, and I take a lot of inspiration from the students in that. Sometimes I'm having a hard time and I'll be stuck in a negative place, and I'll think of how resilient our students are, and I'll use that to inspire me. So these words are definitely a part of my life.
Did any other words stand out to you while the 3 words?
There were a lot of words that were up that the faculty members chose that were wonderful. And it's always hard to take a broad list and narrow it down to 3. But I think that the 3 that we landed on are not the most important or the most perfect words, but I think that they're characteristics that we can all agree are really important for students at Raven Gap to have.
What were the words that stood out to you while choosing the 3 words?
I'm trying to remember some of the other words that were on the board. I think that there was responsibility was one of them and then it would have been 3 R's, which kind of is cool. I think teamwork was another one that was put up there. But I think those elements are also incorporated into the words that we have. So it was, to a certain degree, kind of splitting hairs. I think we're all on board with the general idea that the words represent.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.